AP Human Geographers. Today I'll be going over Unit 1 of AP Human Geography. This unit goes over different types of maps and the data associated with them. The first map we'll be looking at is the reference map, which includes general information to help with navigation and shows the location, as well as physical and political aspects. Next, we will be going over the different types of thematic maps. Thematic maps are maps that communicate information about a place. There are different types of thematic maps, including chiroglyph, which use color to convey or show patterns and distribution. Dot density maps use dots to show data, where each dot represents a quantity of a characteristic. Unlike graduated symbol maps, which can commonly be mistaken for dot density maps, since graduated symbol maps use the size of a symbol, which can be a dot. Cartogram maps distort the size of existing boundaries to show data. Isline maps use lines to convey information, typically used to show temperature. Topography maps use lines to show the natural landscape. Now, some of you should know. Absolute location is the exact location. On the other hand, relative location is the approximate location, normally using other locations as a rough estimate. Absolute distance is the exact distance in miles, kilometers, or feet. Meanwhile, relative distance is the spatial interaction and flow of things through places. Absolute direction is the north, northwest, northeast, east, west, south, southwest, and southeast. Relative direction is like being told to turn left at the church. Clustering is close together. Dispersal is further apart, and pattern is set up in a certain way. Next, we are going to be learning about map distortions and projections. Map projections is the process by which the cartographer shows the curved surface of Earth on a piece two-dimensional surface, while map distortion is the distortion of the map, since a curved surface is hard to or nearly impossible to recreate on a 2D surface. The first one we will be going over is the Mercator map. Its purpose is for navigation, and it maintains the right angles of longitude and latitude. But the negatives for this map are that it is distorted around the poles, and it increases the size of areas high up in latitude. The next one is the Peters equal area map. The pros of this map is that it keeps the area of landmass accurate, and it repositions countries to be more accurate. But the cons are that the shape of countries near the poles is inaccurate, and that it is vertically stretched at the equator. Now, the last map we will be going over is the Robinson map. The pros of the Robinson map is that there are no major distortions, but the cons are that it is distorted in all aspects, just very slightly. The next topic we will be going over is topics 1.2 and 1.3, which tell us what technologies are used to collect data and information. These technologies are called geospatial technologies, which are used by businesses, individuals, companies, and governments to decide on what decisions to make. The first one we are going over is the GIS, which is the Geographic Information System. The GIS is a computer system that stores, analyzes data, and displays that information. With this information, it forms multiple digital maps. The next technology that we go over is the GPS, which you most likely have heard of, but it means Global Positioning System. The GPS uses satellites that orbit the Earth and communicate locations straight towards the GPS receivers. The last technology I will be going over is remote sensing. Remote sensing uses cameras or other sensors mounted on aircrafts of satellites that orbit around the Earth to gather digital images of the Earth's surface. Now time for scale, which is the data that can be local, regional, or national level. Local is typically city or town size. Regional, which can be confused with a nation, is a select few countries or states, but not just one whole country. The national level is where it is the whole country. The global level uses the whole Earth as the map, typically only used by supranational corporations. To start off topic 1.4, we will be reviewing some vocabulary, some words you should know, a sense of place, which are factors that give a place its uniqueness. Cultural landscape is a physical thing humans have created to make a unique landscape. Placelessness is a place with no meaning. Next, we will be going over some more vocabulary for location. You need to know the absolute or relative location. Toponyms, which refers to the location's name. Normally, the name is related to the landscape. Next, regionalization is the process many geographers use to divide and group together spaces in smaller areas of analysis. Now we will be going over distance decay and time-space compression, which are both parts of spatial interaction. Spatial interaction is how things connect, contact, and the overall flow and movement of things. Distance decay is where the further away something is from the other thing, the less interaction they will have. This can happen because of the environment. Meanwhile, time-space compression is very different. Time-space compression is saying that because of technology making us able to get something from anywhere or talk to anyone, everything starts to feel closer. Last of this topic is diffusion, which will pop up again in later units. Diffusion is the process by which a culture is spread throughout the world. Topic 1.5 is all about relationships and how things interact with each other. This topic has two theories, environmental determinism and possibilism. Environmental determinism is a theory made in the 18th century. Theory states that the environment itself is the most powerful thing that shapes the very behavior we show in our very development. Environmental possibilism is the opposite of environmental determinism. Environmental possibilism is more of a modern interpretation. This theory still believes people's behavior is impacted by the environment, but it focuses more on how humans can modify the environment for their own needs. Topic 1.6 is all about scale analysis. There are two types of scaling, small and large scale maps, but they are more contradictory. Small-scale maps show a large area, but with very little data, so remember that small-scale maps show bigger things like countries and continents. Meanwhile, large-scale maps show huge amounts of data, but in a smaller area. Topic 1.7 is all about regions. A region is one or more unifying characteristics or physical activities. There are three main types of regions: formal, functional, and vernacular. A formal region is a region unified by one or more specific traits. The first formal one we will be going over is the economic region. An example of an economic region is the free trade in the European Union. The next formal region is the social and cultural region. An example of this is the Islamic world, primarily in Southwest and Central Asia and Northern Africa. Another one is a political region. An example of this is Europe. States and capitals in Europe. The last formal region is the environmental region, and an example of this is the Sahara Desert. The next two main regions don't have many little parts to them. The second one we are going over is a functional region. A functional region is organized around the central node, so the main relationship is in one distinct area. Finally, the last region and last thing we will be going over in the unit and video is a vernacular region. A vernacular region is a region based on someone's or multiple people's thoughts on a region.
Skies can watch me with a million eyes. Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the deep. Cover me with heaven's blue, and let me dream a dream or two. Oh, sing me to sleep, the lullaby of the leaves. I'm breezing along with the breeze. I'm hearing a song from the trees. Oh, ho, oh, ho, oh. The pine melody caressing the shore, familiar to me, I've heard it before. Oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, ho. That's Southland. Don't I feel it in my soul? And don't I know I've reached my goal? Oh, sing me to sleep, the lullaby of the leaves. Rustling of the leaves used to be my lullaby. In the sunny south when I was a tot so high. And now that I have grown and find myself alone, pray to me where southern skies can watch me with a million eyes. Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the leaves. Cover me with heaven's blue, and let me dream a dream or two. Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the leaves. I'm breezing along with the breeze. I'm hearing a song in the trees. Oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, ho. That pine melody caressing the shore, familiar to me, I've heard it before. Oh, ho, oh, ho, oh, ho. That's Southland. Don't I feel it in my soul? And don't I know